Super Mario 63 is one of those fan games that really doesn't feel like a fan game more than it does one of Nintendo's official games. This game has a couple modes, but we'll dive into that later. Right now, I'd rather talk about the main story. You have 4 files, and they're saved based on your site. I'm playing this on Newgrounds, by the way. The story is a trio, as what I can describe. It's a combination of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Galaxy, and Super Mario Sunshine. Pretty much the 3 classic 3D Mario games. I gotta admit, the storytelling and camera and pretty much everything graphical is very impressive. Even though it's ripped sprites, it's really extraordinary in itself. I have very fond memories of playing Mario 64. The DS version at least, but that was pretty much the only Mario game I could play half decently. Well, I think I can add this one onto the list, because this one is completely playable. The controls are great. You have this Super Mario World spin jump maneuver and the pretty much anything Mario you can do in this game. All the moves, all the tricks, all that you can do with a simple ZXC control method. Of course, because of the fact that I am right-handed, sometimes I find myself using joy-to-key on most Flash games. This game feels so fluent in its controls that I did not have to change my methods at all. Overly solid controls really make a good feel for an overly solid game. I kinda find the design questionable though. Even in this first level, it's pretty much putting the jumping against you. Oh well, it adds for a decent challenge. Later on, you get the flood from Super Mario Sunshine, in which the C button is used, obviously for your bonus power-ups. Mario can get these power-ups when he jumps on the boxes they are contained in. Really, the gameplay mechanics are quite ingenious and they all work really well. They're star coins and shrine pieces. The shrine connects to the story. Speaking of the story, I thought that making this trio would be a mess, but it actually comes to be out pretty cool. The story doesn't pick up until past this tutorial stage, so let's skip ahead a bit. Bowser has destroyed the Shine Sprite. It has split into many pieces. You had to go find all the pieces. It's a story that works, and it feels very, very, very Mario-esque. Of course, when you walk in, you are invited to the castle for some cake. So mixing up Super Mario 64 and all those, as I have explained countless times, that's all I can really say about the story, and it's great. The controls are great, the graphics are all ripped, with the exception of, I think, these backgrounds. If they weren't ripped, that's some pretty dang good artwork you got going in the background, buddy. The music is ripped pretty much, with the exception of the title screen theme, I believe, and a couple other songs here and there. Sound effects are ripped as well. Graphics are ripped. Pretty much this defines what a fan game is, and it's exactly as I would expect. Now, I have only covered the bare bones of what the game really is, so let's dig a bit deeper. Let's see what the levels are like. As you can see, there's a high junction of mechanics going on, and there are multiple Mario mechanics all on one screen, which brings me to the interesting way that the game was designed. The game was designed with one room per level, or one room per area, on 3 layers alongside your camera. The camera is controlled with, I believe, the plus and minus keys. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can zoom in and out, and both of them are rather useful. Zooming out is great for exploration, and zooming in is great for when you're in the midst of combat. And there are many ways to fight enemies, let me tell you. You can jump on them, you can dive into them, you name it, you can pretty much do it. So long as it's within the Mario universe. Wherever there's a little light, you'll have complete access to, which is usually a level In this case, I am going to show off the fact that you jump into pictures. And like in Mario 64, you select your shrine, or shine, sorry. Completionists, you may collect the star coins if you want. There are secret areas and stuff that I'm not going to show off in this review because it would be pointless. But, much like in Mario 64, we got the cannons, we got everything. The saving and the not saving. Let me put it to you like this. It is like the trio I constantly mention in 2D. People oftentimes do this with Sonic titles, making 3D Sonic titles in 2D, though I never would have expected it with a Mario game. Then again, Mario has some pretty talented fans, and if this is any proof, I'd say we got some future Nintendo staff here. The craziest thing I found about this game was not the fact that it was done all in Flash, not the fact that it was the hybrid, not even the fact that it felt like no other Mario fan game out there. The craziest thing I found is that this thing has room for all this with bonus features. Not only do we get the content of this amazing, and I do mean amazing, fan game, we get extra features as well as a level editor and a sound test. I'll jump into the level editor in a second. Right now I just want to talk quickly about the sound test. I gotta say, the selection of music was positively brilliant. Kudos to the team behind Mario 63. Now then, the level editor, you enter your course information and what your tile sets are going to be. You can use multiple tile sets if you should wish. You can use whatever song you want. You may title it whatever you want, such as the ever-famous Socks and other various laundry. You may name it the name of your cat if you wish, if you have a cat. Or you can name it your most frustrating level you have ever made. It's a simple tile placer system, so there's no need for over-complex instructions here. We're not working with the editor of Tasty Static. You may test your level at any time, and it shows your adventure stats up in the top left corner still. Now, I don't think it counts anything from your custom levels into your main adventure file. After you are done, you may save your level. Now, saving is very interesting, rather than it being the standard fare of save it to my computer's cookies where it can be removed really easily. It's more of you can do it this way and you only have 3 files for it, or you can just output it as code. I recommend using this method. Sure, it takes slightly more time, but you can back it up really easily. I have one small question for you personally. Why are you still watching this and not playing Super Mario 63? It's free, it's fun, it's great. Go play it now. You'll love it. I guarantee it. If anyone from the team who made this game is watching this, this is superior fan game design. I am going to call it a Flash classic.